Today is Saturday, which means it's my speaking day, so I thought it's about time that I spoke a little more in my vlogs. One of the ways that it's great to improve your speaking skills is watching reality TV, where you're able to hear natural conversations between two native speakers. Anime's use of language, on the other hand, is quite different, and it's not a great way to learn how to interact with real-life people. I'm currently watching Terrace House along with many other shows, and sometimes I'll repeat the sentence I said, and oftentimes I'll rewind the show to see how the sentence is said, as Japanese is much more tonal than you think. Another great show that I watched to learn a little more casual Japanese is 𝒹𝓁𝓈 or Love Wagon. As well as practicing your speaking skills, it's also improving your listening skills as they speak super fast in this show. One of my other main sources of practicing this skill in my target language is through reading aloud. Of course, reading storybooks aloud is great, but I really recommend books that include real-life conversations. The Conversational Japanese Dialogue book is a prime example, as there are at least 100 scenarios of conversations from super casual to formal Japanese for A1 to B1 level.
友達のアダムの家族と旅行に行くんだ。そうだな。アダムの家族と
Although I think I'm a high B1 in terms of my formal speaking ability, I'm most certainly not B1 when it comes to casual Japanese, which is why I use this on a weekly basis. I'm so used to using the long form of verbs to speak, and now I have to kind of relearn how to shorten them without sounding too forced. Just so you know, the Short Dialogues book has a Spanish series, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and more.
小学生の時に初めて会ったんだ。
And for my friends who are unable to read Kana or Hangul, there is a romanized version of the sentence below each one. I know that some of you don't prefer this, but it's great for beginners or those who actually don't prefer to learn writing systems. For my friends who've been carrying out university or school online and feel as if having a community of language learners might motivate them to practice their speaking skills, using the app Busuu is a great way to do this. Since our last collaboration, I've completed almost all of B1 Japanese, and I'm really excited to try out their Spanish section today too. Since it's my speaking day, the dialogue section is really useful to me.
していますか？私はそれが
This corresponds to the lesson topic where you listen to the conversation and then fill in the gaps. Most of the time, I repeat what is said once I've heard the dialogue. Before this section, you would have already learned some new vocabulary specific to the dialogue topic. One of my favorite things recently has been the conversation section.
ベジタリアンじゃないです。肉が好きで
Here, you are able to record yourself speaking about the lesson topic. In this case, I was explaining why I'm not a vegetarian.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
In the Spanish course, on the other hand, it's integrated into the lesson where it includes speech recognition, so you will know whether your pronunciation was correct immediately.
Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
However, not all of the lessons have this speech recognition tool.
ベジタリアンの食べ物が作ることができるのに肉の食べ物の方が好きでベジタリアンじゃないです。
If you don't prefer speaking, you can always type your answer and have this corrected via the community too. Once you've completed the conversation section, you can see your exercise and corrections via your profile. I've also seen that many of you guys have joined the Busuu community with me too, and this is something that I have not experienced with any other app. Here, I can connect with my friends around the world, listen to or read their exercises, and give feedback. This is a much more relaxed approach, not only to improving your native language, but help you make friends who also speak your target language. Links are in the description to try out Busuu for free, and don't forget to add me as a friend too.
𝒃𝑒𝓃𝒹𝓈 𝒃𝑒𝓃𝒹𝓈
So it was the first time I actually worked with women early in my career, and a lot of men had asked me, women, I was kind of closed into myself. And
approach about friends I can share with you a bit later.
no, please do.
Yeah, before that, let's learn how to say it.
Yes.
We say 朋友,
朋友,
朋友
朋友. And
朋友
the two words are sort of friend. Then we say 男朋友,
男
朋友
朋友
男朋友, nan man. And it's a character, it's quite interesting. It's a 女.
女
Yeah,
女
and you. And then it's a
女朋友
third tone, so we about making friends. 3 principles, he said. Friends have to be honest.
Yes.
And they have to say your girlfriend, 女朋友,
女
to say
朋友
making 朋友.
交朋
Please
友
don't forget to
女
rate us,
朋友
review us, and share
朋
what
友
you have learned. Until next time.
Without naturally having to learn it, you're gonna see sections at the bottom of the video that kind of divides the video up a little bit to watch. I'll tell you different tips and specific mindsets that you need to have in order to succeed in Spanish. Yeah.
If you're new here, I started my Chinese Mandarin learning journey back in October, where I did my 30-day challenge to learn basic Mandarin. I had come to the point in my Japanese learning where I was able to start learning more languages without it taking valuable time away from my goal of completing the 𝒹𝒾𝓈'1. Plus, I do Japanese as a degree, so I have no choice but to keep up with this skill. When you learn any language, I find that the start is always the hardest because it's information overload here on social media and the internet. But once you find the resources that suit your learning style, create a study plan, set the right goals, and maintain your motivation, all of which are trial and error, then your learning takes off and it's constant progress from there. My motivation honestly stems from having this amazing community, watching other study tubers, and much more. I called this my first 6 months review because I took a month-and-a-half break in June and just before, once I finished my final exam, and I've been constantly reviewing what I've learnt since the start to make sure I don't have to learn Mandarin all over again. I wanted to let you guys know that it's okay to take a break for as long as you want. They're totally normal and healthy, and it will probably make you more motivated once you get back to studying. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to say hi in the comments, and I'll see you next week.